Welcome to Shitcoin TV. I'm Blake Moore, and I'm here with Andreas Brecken, who's having a little swim around today, aren't you, Andreas?
I'm just having a dip in the water.
But yeah, as you guys might know, each week we send out the shitcoin.com newsletter where we go through the week's spiciest news and crypto comedy. And I guess lately they've just pretty much been about bear market shenanigans. You can just as a little link to that, you can head over to shitcoin.com/newsletter to get signed up. And also on shitcoin.com, you can you can read them online, so you can check them out there and just read through them. But sign up so you're the first one to get hold of them. But this week we're just running a little rundown of what we saw last week and what's new. So I guess the first one, Andreas, which would be great to get your thoughts on, is so the US Treasury announced that they'd identified some digital currency addresses of people involved in spreading malicious cyber activity in Iran. What's your take on that?
I mean, we've always been asking for mainstream adoption, so I feel like they're finally recognizing us. Like we're having our cryptocurrency addresses sanctioned. So we made it.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, right? There's been a lot of talk of like just like governments getting involved. So there's that thing in Ohio as well where they've started accepting Bitcoin for taxes. Kind of interesting though. I wonder if like I wonder how that's going to loop back to like people getting audited and stuff like that. I'm sure if you start paying your taxes with Bitcoin, I bet there's some interesting red flags on your account.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Coinbase released some numbers. Out of all of their customers, it was like a handful of people had actually reported owning any crypto.
Right. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So do you think I guess this as well with the whole thing with Iran, I guess it kind of raises the question that something that you've been talking about a lot is privacy in Bitcoin. So I guess this kind of stresses that should be it just kind of proves that should be more of a prominent issue and something that people should be focusing on, right?
Yeah, and what's interesting is like what will happen if they figure out that somebody doing cyber shenanigans. What if they're using Monero or Zcash or even for example Bitcoin Cash that's been shuffled?
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, they say that the Lightning Network gives increased privacy. So if that's the case, like what would they do if that was the case? If you can't trace the money, like would they start hunting down miners? Or in the case of Lightning, would they try to hunt down Lightning Hub operators? Or if the funds are mixed in Bitcoin Cash, will they try to find people who are in the same mixing group and try to get some, like, I don't even know.
God, I guess there's
way more interesting, right?
Yeah, I guess there are a lot of implications. That's true. It's like I guess you're kind of relying on everyone else in the network, right? So it's going to be interesting if that comes to a head.
In the case of Zcash and Monero, I don't think you can do anything.
Yeah.
I think the money is just you can't tell where it's coming from or where it's going to.
What's do you have any updates on you've been working on reviewing and looking at the cash shuffle stuff, right? Do you have any updates on that? How it's going?
I've been a tester, but I haven't been very active the last 2 weeks. So as far as I know, it's just chugging along in the desktop wallet, Electron Cash. And I hope we'll see something on mobile soon. Because once that happens, like, I will use that as my mobile wallet for everything.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got to support fungibility.
For sure. Yeah, that would be a really, really good move, I think. Speaking of Electron Cash, a guy who's actually, was invested in it, I know they kind of distanced themselves a little bit, was one Calvin Ayre. So I was having a snoop around the Coingeek website the other day, actually. And I know that Electron Cash have kind of said, we don't have anything to do with, we're kind of our own entity. We can do what we want. But yeah, they did put some money in at one point. But he's at an interesting... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting. Electron Cash is open source, and I don't think you can play any patent shenanigans on this because it's already a fork of something that was open source before Bitcoin Cash.
open source and
which
open source.
is usually called Electrum, I believe. So, but I'm sure they'll try to say you can't use the code or something.
Yeah. But he's had an interesting week. Oh, well, interesting couple of weeks. It's weird. I feel like the Bitcoin Cash stuff just kind of changes all the time. I feel like this is probably old news now about the admitting defeat in the hash war finally.
It feels like that months ago, right?
Right, but I think it was literally last week that that happened. But it was just in just before that they had the Coingeek week conference in London. I saw he had a usual baller party there, which looked pretty good. With like they had like dwarves and stuff.
Why did we go to that?
I know. I should have definitely gone. I wish I went to that. Literally, there's a picture of Calvin set there with like several dwarves and like magicians and stuff. They're pretty cool.
We got to get in on this.
For sure.
We'll have a Shitcoin.com booth in the next event.
Yeah, exactly. And then people can come and tell us why Bitcoin SV is not a shitcoin. We'll just have a little thing that's just like prove us wrong.
Yeah, tell me why your coin is not a shitcoin.
I love that. But he's been churning out the PR machine. That's one thing that I've definitely seen over the last couple of weeks. He is a mate. Like you can see how good he is at PR. It's insane.
He's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
They pretty much spun the whole thing around to the point where it's like, oh, cool. Well, this is exactly the plan all along. It's pretty crazy. Yeah,
exactly. No, he's such an expert. He did really well in poker, well in gambling online in general.
There was so you were on Juan Galt's YouTube channel last week, right? Yes, I'll link that in the description below. It's a really good chat. But he put out the piece as well about kind of looking at the Coingeek ecosystem. That was interesting seeing how
the diagram he drew.
Yeah.
How Calvin owns everything in Bitcoin SV.
Right. What are your thoughts on this thing? Did you see the release about Squire Mining? Do you see he commented about that?
No, but that was one of the entities that he's involved in, right?
Yeah. So I might have this. I hope I've got this the right way. But basically now Squire Mining have acquired Coingeek. It's like a reverse IPO. That's what people are calling it.
But it's so weird because it's like he's just buying his own companies.
Right.
Or maybe there are some minor shareholders we're not aware of.
Maybe, but supposedly now that means Squire Mining is the biggest mining company in the world or something. There was some weird
in Bitcoin SV.
That's the bit. I don't know. Who knows?
The biggest Bitcoin mining company is probably Bitmain.
Yeah. Well, Calvin probably is PR miner. Yeah.
We should get a miner on the show someday. We know a couple, and they can explain all this stuff to us.
Yeah, we definitely should. Yeah, there's a few, right? Yeah, we should definitely get that sorted. But talking of big money, so Mike Novogratz, the guy who launched Galaxy Digital, I think it's called, that's his crypto trading desk. So they announced this week they've lost $136 million in the last 9 months on behalf of their clients.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That's like having Ethereum or something.
But there was actually, there was a chart about his biggest losses, and I think Ethereum was definitely up there as one of them. So yeah, he's been on tons of like TV shows and like CNN and all these random things where financial analysts appear. That's a rough gig.
Yeah, I mean, basically, unless you held fiat has been beating you. Unless you're baselining against Venezuelan bolivars or something. It's the only currency that did worse than Ethereum.
That is insane. But one thing that's good about his trading desk is though that he made sure that all the executives got a $1 million bonus just now. So I guess.
And I think that's a good move. Because what if they were invested in the fund?
There you go.
Now it feels like, okay, maybe you lost all the money, but you have this $1 million. So
well, yeah.
it's Wall Street style. It doesn't matter how much you lose for the customers. You can always give yourself something. I mean, you showed up to work, you had a suit on, you went out for dinners. I mean, that behavior should have been be awarded.
But yeah, you gotta look after. He's got to keep them in the game, right? So
Yeah.
got to keep the shills in the game. So yeah, I was going to ask actually, how have you been? So with this, I guess the bear market is getting more bearish, but how have you been spending your bear market?
Oof. Yesterday I did scuba diving from a sailboat. That was fun. Maybe I should learn to sail, because then you can just sail around the world.
Yeah, nice.
Spend a year with no internet, come back, and maybe Bitcoin Cash is over $200.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
But that would be nice. No, I'm working on some hobby projects. I think I mentioned on the show last week that I'm working on a product that's sort of like Shapeshift. So if anybody's interested in testing that, you can send me a message on Telegram. We'll put my username in the show notes.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I had some people watch the show contact me, so that's awesome, guys.
Awesome.
And you, any bear market activities?
No, just kind of trying to pretend it's not a bear market. I guess it's not. Just keep working, and then.
I almost don't take one like cap anymore. It's just like I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah. No, exactly. And if you go on crypto Twitter, it's it's not a good time.
Oh, no, it's not good.
I actually the thing that you posted was hilarious about the guy. Let me read this Reddit post. It was amazing. I need to find it. It was to the shitcoin.com Telegram chat, which you guys should check out. Links are on shitcoin.com. Just let me find it. So someone wrote, it's fucking over. I've lost my life savings. I even invested money that I technically don't own yet, banking on inheritance from my father, but he survived the chemotherapy and now I'm in debt from the line of credit I took out. I don't even have words. I don't know what to do. Well, that kind of sums it up, really, didn't it?
I think that one was actually from Wall Street Bets, but I'm pretty sure the people who are on Wall Street Bets is the exact same people as invest in crypto and crypto Twitter. So we'll imagine that he owns some Ethereum.
Yeah. Well, but
yeah, that's tough. Like even when your dad survives chemotherapy, you get wrecked.
Yeah.
It's like you can't get anything right.
It's like you're banking on the fact that your dad would not survive chemo, or I don't know, not banking on that, but that's dark. You can't even go into that right now.
It's too dark, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that kind of rounds it up this week. Let's keep this one. We'll be back very soon, but you guys should definitely head over to shitcoin.com. There's tons of stuff there. You can sign up to the newsletter, find all our links on social media, and also read up on any past newsletters as well. And also check out the amazing Lightning reviews too. But head over there and take a look when you can. And we will see you next time, where I don't know what we're going to do next time, but we'll work it out. It will be very good. See you then. Bye, Andreas.